This video should help you with finding the mean. There are a couple steps in finding the mean that work all the time. Step number one is I add up all my data set of numbers. And then I'm going to take that sum that I got when I added and divide it by how many different numbers you had, how many entries you had. So in this first example, I have 3, 7, and 8. So I added up 3 plus 7 plus 8, and I got 18. And since there were 1, 2, 3 numbers, I took the 18 divided by 3, and I got 6. Here is another way I could have done that same problem because I really have those numbers. Bart here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue ones. Maggie has 3, and Lisa has 8. So Marge is up here talking, and she tells us, don't be mean, share evenly. So when you're finding the mean number, it's really about making everybody have the same exact amount. A lot of people may have heard the word mean, and they think average. They really mean the same kind of thing. So on this particular problem, I want to get Bart, Lisa, and Maggie to all have the same number of squares. So if I move one of Lisa's over here, well, that helped. They're getting closer. I'm going to take another one of Lisa's. Seems to be getting closer. Bart now looks like he has the most, so I'm going to take one from him. And now everyone has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the same problem that we just did with the 3 plus 7 plus 8. 18 divided by 3. Here's another one. I'm looking who has the most right now. Bart, so I want to take from him and give to the one that has the fewest. Bart looks like he still has the most, so I'm going to give one of his to Lisa. And now it looks like Lisa has the fewest. And now if I check real fast, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Bart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Maggie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Lisa. So we took a problem where they didn't have the same amount. We now have a mean for them, and the mean would be 5 because now they all have the same amount. So let's try a couple out here. We have Davion. He took some DMR quizzes, and he's 3 of them, in fact, and his scores are 18, 13, and 17. So step 1 is add up all of those numbers. I'm starting from the bottom here just because I like 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 8 is 18. Carry my 1 up here into the tens column because it's really a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, which would be 40, so I got 48. Divided by how many scores did he have? 1, 2, 3. There were 3 quizzes he took. So dividing by 3. Number of 3s in 4 is 1. 1 times 3 is 1. Bring down my 8. How many 3s in 18? 6. 6 times 3 is 18. This one does not have any kind of remainder. So his mean score was 16. And one thing I always like to look at is the 16 should fit somewhere in the middle up here. Some of the scores should be lower, like 13, and some should be higher, like 17 and 18. That's a good sign that you probably did it right. Ryan went bowling. He bowled a couple games, a 146 and a 124. What was his mean score? I'm going to grab those two, add them together. I'm at 270, and I'm going to take the 270 and divide this time by 2, because he only bowled 2 games. 2 divided by 2 is 1. How many 2s in 7? There's 3 of them. 3 times 2 is 6. And now how many 2s in 10? 5. So his average score was 135. Take a look again. It's under 146 and over 124. So it sounds like a pretty good idea we got it right. What is the mean length of the worms? Okay, the only thing that's different here is we have some decimals. It really doesn't change anything. I'm still going to take all my numbers and add them up. 9, 15, carry my 1, 4, 12, 21, 31.5. My decimal point lines up like buttons on a shirt. So I got 31.5, and I'm going to divide by 3 because we got Red, Wiggles, and George. So there were 3 worms. 3 goes into 3 one time. When I subtract, I get 0. How many 3s in 1? None. 0 times 3 is 0. And I'm bringing down that 5. How many 3s in 5? How many 3s in 15 is 5? And I subtract, there's nothing left. Bring this decimal point straight up. and add my units on. So the average, the mean length of the worms was 10.5 centimeters. And look, red was longer, Wiggles and George were shorter. Let's try this one here. We got the Pacers playing. We're trying to find their mean score. So the first thing I need to do is add up all their scores. And just looking at the score, I don't know if they won or lost because all we have is the Pacers scores. We don't have the scores of the other teams. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 3 is 15, plus 5 is 20, carry my 2. 3, 12, carry my 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 420 points they scored last week. What do I need to divide it by? Well, they played 1, 2, 3, 4 teams, so they played 4 games, so I'm dividing by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Bring down my 2. There are no 4s in 2. But now I'm going to bring down my 0, and there are 5 4s in 20. So the mean score for the Pacers was 105 points. And if you look back at the scores, one time they scored exactly that, but they did score over it, and they did score under it. Let's try one more here. It has some money involved. Same exact kind of problem. I'm going to add up all the amounts. So I got 33.78. I'm starting with that one just because it's the biggest. 24.16 and 26.54. I need to add all the amounts together. 10.18, carry my 1. 8.9.14, my 1. 4.8.14. 4.68. Line up my decimal points. $84.48. That was the total amount collected for the pennies for patients. What am I going to divide it by? Well, we got room 12, room 13, and room 14. So there were 3 rooms. How many 3s in 8? 2 of them. 2 times 3 is 6. Number 3s in 24 is 8. Comes out even. Bring down that 4. How many 3s in 4? 1. And then how many 3s in 18 would be 6. And now when I put my decimal point in, $28.16 per room. I check it up against it. Yep, room 13 brought in more, and room 12 brought in less. Let's give you one more to try out. Sally was reading a book from a book each night. What was the mean number of pages she read? So first thing I need to do is add up all these numbers. And I know some people don't like to add all 4 numbers at one time. So for this particular one, I'm just going to add 2 at a time. And then I'm going to take these 2 numbers and add them together. So now I got 179 and 165. That did make them a little bit smaller to work with. 14, 8, 14 again. 344. So I got 344. She was reading from a book each night. So how many nights did she read? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to divide by 4. There are no 4s in 3. Switch to blue so I can see my writing on top of this. How many 4s in 34? 8. 8 times 4 is 32 with the 2 left. Bring down my 4. 6. So she read 86 pages a night. That was her mean, her average. So sometimes she read more than 86, like on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes she read less, like on Monday, a lot less. So that's how I would find the mean of a